Hey, welcome to the Uncomfortable is Okay podcast. I'm your host, Chris Desmond. This is a show where we make it easier for you to do hard stuff. Today on the mini episode, I wanted to have a little bit of a chat about a social media post that I put up last week that's had a reasonable amount of positive engagement, so I thought I would talk around that. And the post was, "No one ever regretted going for a swim," which probably seems like a slightly strange post to be talking about. But the reason that I put that up, well, I'll tell you the backstory first. This was last year, kind of in the middle of winter. I was at a place called Castle Point in New Zealand, and we were staying there with some friends, looking out over the water one morning, and I looked out and I was like, maybe I should go for a swim. This is kind of middle of July, New Zealand. The water is pretty cold, the air is pretty cold, but otherwise it's quite a nice day. And I was humming and hawing and just standing there looking out for about 20 minutes, feeling quite uncomfortable actually. And that was just the reason that I was feeling uncomfortable was the anticipation of getting into the water and getting cold. And that just put me off. And that put me off a little bit longer, and then put me off even a little bit longer. And one of the girls was standing there watching me, and she'd been watching me debate this decision in my head for the last 20 minutes. And she said to me, "No one ever regretted going for a swim," which was enough to push me over the edge, because I knew she was right. And I mean, you can say, "Oh yeah, the such and such regretted going for a swim, so-and-so drowned," and I found out actually that someone's mum is allergic to water touching her skin, which is crazy. So yes, there are some people that regret going for swims, but myself and the vast majority of people will not regret going for a swim. So this was a nice reminder to me. So I got in, yes, it was cold, and yes, I only stayed in for about 5 to 6 minutes and came out and my teeth were chattering, but I came out feeling really refreshed, and I came out feeling really good, really positive and invigorated. And I guess what the message of that is that often we put off doing things that we know are going to be good for us because it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable to start. And that initial hurdle of getting over the discomfort in order to make us start things off is quite challenging. So sometimes I actually sit there and I say to myself, when I know I've got something good to do, like go for a run or do a workout or wash the dishes even, is no one ever regretted going for a swim, because I know I'm going to feel better about myself or better about the area that I'm in after I've done the stuff that is uncomfortable, but it's going to make me a better person afterwards. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to have a nicer bench space. So I just wanted to jump on and to have a little bit of a talk about that, and hopefully this triggers some stuff off for you so that you think about those swim occasions that you might have and how you can go about making sure that you start them. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I want to thank you all for getting uncomfortable with me today. For those of you in Wellington, I'm running a workshop on the 26th of January, and it's designed to help people strategically get outside of their comfort zone, including creating a plan around how to do it, how to build your ultimate support network, and also identifying all the obstacles that you're likely to face, and then making sure that we put strategies in place to address those obstacles as they're going to come up. I'd love to see you there if you're about, if you need a hand getting out of your comfort zone, or if you've got a big challenge that you want to take on this year. I think that's going to be really valuable for you. You can grab tickets at surmountcourse.com, SURMOUNT course.com. I will put a link in the notes as well, so you can just click on that and you can go through. I'd love to see you there. Thank you so much for getting uncomfortable with me today.